Welcome to Milan Weekly Podcast, Coast to Coast, with your hosts, Gio and Fabio.
Benvenuti nella casa
Giroud in area, si gira, sinistro, rete, gol capolavoro di Olivier Giroud.
Mignon with another magical save.
Hernandez, coast to coast, del numero 19.
Leao carica il mancino. Eccolo qua, Rafa Leao.
Il Milan è campione d'Italia.
Oh, yeah, ladies and gentlemen. You already know who it is. What up, people? Happy Thursday night. Thank you guys for joining us. Cari amici sportivi, welcome to the Milan. Excuse me. Welcome to the Milan Weekly Podcast channel. I am Fabio, always joined by my partner, Gio. Gio, we are Milan.
Coast to coast, baby.
That's right, baby. How's that? Gio, how are you doing tonight, brother?
I'm doing good, Fabio. I'm doing good. You know, the soccer gods, all our prayers were answered with the soccer gods today.
Well, you listen, man. There's a lot to be excited about tonight. This is our third episode of season 2. Tonight we're calling it Group E. It be, baby, because of course that is our main story of the evening is the Champions League draw, but we're gonna get to that. But before we move on, we have to get our 2 quick cents in about the Atalanta game, which finished 1-1. So, Gio, give us your 2 cents about the game from Sunday.
My 2 cents is that Pioli and Sandro Tonali, they got to relax. Sandro Tonali's not fit. You know, let's ease him back in. We need him for the long ride and stop stressing me out. I had to go get some Tums at Sam's Club at the end of the game because I love Messiah also. So I'm just glad we got this game coming up, Fabio, because I was very disappointed because Atalanta didn't really do anything.
Yeah, well, you listen, they had Malinowski definitely was their best player, and Benacer was definitely our best player. You know, the guy, of course, the whole week was littered with this idea of, is he going to sign the contract renewal? Are we offering him the money that he wants? And he turns out, again, another great game, scoring the tying goal when we needed it. And, you know, honestly, it was really the soccer gods were shining down on Benacer this past weekend. We hope it can continue because as Kessie left, Benacer seems to be filling the spot that he is probably our best midfielder. Tonali is good, still up and coming, but Benacer seems to have a step on him at the moment. So that's basically the 2 cents from the game against Atalanta. We got to get to the main topic of the night. So let me just get ourselves together. Oh, what's that? What's that noise, Gio? You know what it is.
We are the
champions.
champions.
You know what time it is, baby. It's time to talk Champions League. All right, so we had the Champions League draw today. Very, very eventful. It was wonderful to see Milan back into that number 1 pot, of course, with the rest of the other champions. Let me lower this so it's not too loud. But Milan ended up getting picked in Group E, and our draw was, I got to say, I think it seems a little favorable for us. We have one team that we really have to worry about, which is Chelsea. And Salzburg's pretty decent. Dynamo Zagreb is pretty good. But, Gio, what did you think about our Group E drawing here?
I think we got a good group, man. And, you know, I don't want to disrespect Zagreb or Salzburg because they've been in the Champions League for a while now. But, hey, man, if we don't get out this group, Fabio, I'm throwing a fit, man. We need to get out this group. Like I said, I was on a space earlier, and I said we need all the money that we can because I don't really believe that Cardinal is gonna spend. So these 2 games, we got 2 against Salzburg, so we need 2.6 out of each million out of each of those games, and then Zagreb, we good. With Chelsea, I'll take 2 draws, and then we'll finish top of the group.
I'm never going to be happy with a draw. I'm out there to win the game, baby, all right? You play to win the game, all right? And you know what? Chelsea, of course, kind of poetic that we get them, right? We're dealing with them. We're trying to buy one of their players. They don't want to give them up on loan. They want them outright bought. Now, the biggest news story besides this Champions League draw is that they're trying to buy our best player. I mean, it's unbelievable. So honestly, like Milan Club Montreal said, we got to finish in the top 2 or the Champions League is an absolute failure. I mean, there is no reason that we should be playing in the UEFA League or if we finish 4th, that's an embarrassment. You know, you need to step it up from last year. So I think we have to finish first. I'd even push, let's finish first. We got to take as many points as we can from these 6 games. It would be an embarrassment if we can't do it, honestly. But Chelsea's the only one we got to worry about. They do have a decent team, finished 3rd in their domestic league. So they're not a bad team. They always have good players. I think it's a decent draw for what we could have gotten. And I know a lot of people were picking possibly doing all those mock draws and seeing us getting, Sporting and all this other stuff. But that's not what happened. So I think out of the Italian teams, I think we have the best, I guess, turnout, you'd say, right? But now that we spoke about Milan and what we're looking at, we got to look at the rest of the other Italians in Europe, right? So here's a little graphic that we stole from IFTV. So credit to them for this nice graphic. But these are the Italian teams. Group A, Napoli was drawn with Liverpool, Ajax, and Rangers, while Inter undoubtedly got the group of death with Bayern Munich, Barcelona, and poor Victoria Plzen, who's just showing up to play the games. And then, of course, Juventus is going to be traveling to Paris to play PSG, playing Benfica and Maccabi Afif or whatever. That's the Israeli team. So Juve's draw is not that bad. They really just have to deal with PSG and Benfica. Those are the 2 hard things. They should handle the team in Israel. What do you have to say about the Italians where they ended up in Europe?
You know what? I see 3 of the Italian teams going to the group stage. You know, the way that Napoli has started off, their season, they got good players. They replenish their starting lineup. So with younger players, Inter and Victoria Plzen, they know for the beer, Fabio. So they just along for the ride. They gonna be giving people free beers. They gonna be giving people free beers. I wish I was at those games because I'll be getting free beers over there. And then the Group E, I'm happy with it. Whatever happens. But we need to make it out the group. And you know what, Juve, they're gonna pass by. So I really hope that. Well, I don't really hope, but I only hope that we pass. But the other 2 teams, I know that Juve and Napoli will pass. Inter, if they pass, they must have sold their soul for that.
That'd be like Montreal thinking Milan's going to be the only team to make it out of the group stage. Here's a question that I don't want to skip because I think it's a decent question. It's a little off topic. It's back to that Mercato because we love Mercato. We don't get enough of it, and it's running out soon at the end of the month. But Vince is asking, you think this puts more pressure on Milan to sign a player or 2 before the market closes? What do you think?
Fabio, we need a midfielder and we need a center back. I mean, I don't know. To me,
what about the right wing? Come on.
We're not gonna get no right winger. We're linked FC, okay? We're only linked to center backs and we're only linked to midfielders. If the fee is not 5 million euros, then we're not getting nobody. Because for some reason the players worth 3 to 4 million. Milan comes in. Nah, they worth 10 million. And then Bruges over there, they trying to be funny. They thinking that they're clowns. Now they're going to get on Adika and they're laughing at us like the journalists. We meet again in a deal. But man, we need signings, Fabio. Like, to me, if we get Ziyech and a midfielder and we gamble on a CB, we don't get no CB, and we go with Gabi and Kair, I think we could do some damage, man. It's just whoever we get in the draw.
Center back, we should be okay if people don't get hurt. Yeah, what are the chances Leao linked to Chelsea and we get them in the group? That's what I'm saying. I thought that was the worst part because, of all teams we could have gotten, we gotten the team that we've been heavily linked back and forth for players. And, yeah, they're not going to want to sell us anybody now. Forget about getting the right winger from there, So, but I digress. So let's look at this. We're going to go through each of the groups in a second. But obviously, let's start with Group E. But a little prediction here. Who are the two teams coming out of Group B and who's in first and second?
Group B, you got the slide for Group B? I don't see no.
No, Group B. Group B. We're starting with us.
Group B? Us and Chelsea. That's it. Hopefully us first place. Because, then we could get a Sevilla if they pass or Eintracht Frankfurt if they pass.
Yeah.
One of them teams.
What about Group C? We'll start with Inter next. The group of death. Who's coming out of this one?
Bayern spanking everybody. They taking out their cinchos. That's a belt in Spanish, and they starting whipping everybody. They gonna only be nice to Victoria Plzen because they're gonna give them free beers. But they're gonna
that game's not gonna mean anything by that.
Yeah,
point.
No. They're gonna beat like Barcelona 10-2 on aggregate again, and then they're just gonna. Inter coming out like Interistas out there on Twitter putting like, oh, we beat them in 2010. We got the history over by now. Y'all getting shellacked. Okay, maybe 11-0 on aggregate. And Victoria Pilsen, they probably only lose 3-0 on aggregate just because they're gonna be giving up beers. To be honest with you.
Oh man.
So for me, as much as I hate Barcelona, like
you think Barca's gonna be the second spot? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What about Group A? We got Liverpool, Napoli, Ajax, and Rangers.
It's gonna be Liverpool, and it has to. This is another thing. If Napoli don't get out this group, this is embarrassing. Ajax, they sold all of their top quality players, so they're basically starting again with youngsters. And then Rangers, I don't know the quality of players that they have, but Napoli should be able to beat them, especially they got that new KKKK dude that's supposed to be
KK.
He's supposed to be,
he's good,
yeah,
man.
He's supposed to be
We're
the next Maradona.
his name. That's not happening, but he's really good.
Yeah.
All I know is I added him to my Fanta Calcio team immediately. All right, so Napoli, you think they're making it through or no?
And now they're embarrassing.
So you think
I'm gonna be laughing at all the Napolistas on Twitter?
There's a lot of tears coming down on the margarita pizza. The Presidente's weighing in. He's saying Liverpool and Ajax. All right, so he's going with you too. All right, and last but not least, Juve, Group H. What do you think? I mean, is Benfica going to surprise somebody, or are we thinking PSG and Juventus are going to come out?
It's gonna be PSG and Juventus. Juventus always make it out the group. So as hard as I want them not to make it out the group, I don't think Maracaba Hakif. I don't know why they're good at basketball. I don't know how they got into the Champions League.
Well, they won their qualifying game during the week. So, look, Presidente's throwing a curveball. PSG and Benfica. Oh boy, I don't know. Allegri. Do we think Allegri's fired immediately after the World Cup? If that's the case,
going on, but
I don't know.
You know what? The only thing that I wanted PSG in the group draw. I wanted to like
you
put
wanted
like 5
PSG
pass.
really?
Yeah, I wanted to put 5 past Donnarumma so we could laugh at him.
Oh man, yeah, that would have been wonderful. All right, so let's peel off now until the full draw. We got a couple other, sorry, it's not as big as we would like here, and that's what she said. But unfortunately, I'll read them out. So we'll go with Group B to start with. This one had Porto, Atletico, Bayern Leverkusen, and Club Brugge. So out of this team, 4 teams in Group B, what's your opinion of how it's going to shake out?
I'm going with Atletico and Porto, to be honest with
Porto.
you.
So the German club and the Belgium club are going to be the ones on the outs. So Group D was Frankfurt, who was the defending Europa League champion, Tottenham Hotspurs, Sporting, and I missed one team. Hold on. Yeah, who is it? Sporting and Marseille, right? Yeah, Marseille.
I like that comment.
All right, so Juve will finish third. There you go. All right, so Frankfurt, Tottenham, Sporting, and Marseille.
Oh.
Marseille. How do you pronounce that? Goddamn team. Who do you think out of this one? I mean, it's got to be
the toupee man is gonna finish first, and then Sporting. What a new
Sporting?
Really? CR7 is about to sign. CR7. The woo!
All right. All right, then it goes to Group F, which has the defending champions Real Madrid, Leipzig, Shakhtar Donetsk, and Celtic. So obviously we know Madrid's making it out. But the question is, who's the other team? Is it Shakhtar Donetsk, Celtic, Leipzig? Who do you think?
I'm going Shakhtar Donetsk. I think, with Ukraine, they're all united. I know they lost a lot of the Brazilians, but the united of them in the country is probably gonna be able to overpass them and to get, because Leipzig are struggling. Leipzig haven't started the German league good, So I'm going with Shakhtar Donetsk and Real Madrid. Look at that cakewalk Real Madrid got. They already got 14.
Real Madrid got
they
a real
put them in the
cakewalk.
group. They should have put them in the group of death. Come on now, man.
Well, Barcelona would have been in there then. But all right, so our last group, Group G, which is Man City, Sevilla, Dortmund, and Copenhagen. Now, this one, I think we can all pretty much guarantee Manchester City should be winning the group. The question is it going to be Sevilla? Is it going to be Dortmund? Or is it going to be Copenhagen? And for me, I think for some reason I'm leaning more towards Dortmund is going to be the team that makes it through.
You know what, Fabio? It's going to be City, and it's going to be Sevilla because Dortmund are all wide open at the back like the red light district. They let everything
yo!
As long as you pay a fee, you could go through, man. That's it. But Dortmund, their defense sucks, to be honest with you. They were up 2-0, and in 5 minutes, they lose the game 3-2. So, nah. I think Sevilla, Lopetegui, that's a manager that has revived his career after, going to Spain. And then he was taking the Madrid job. And then Madrid was like at Sevilla, at the Spain. A whole bunch of stuff that happened, Fabio. But he revived his career. And BVD, they're just, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on there. BVB, they just love leaking goals.
Well, I don't know. I'm leaning towards Dortmund, but I hear what you're saying. I think Sevilla is always strong. Listen, we are not for children, all right? All right, so now we move on, guys. It's our favorite time, our favorite segment. There's a lot of news or quote-unquote news that happens in the Twitter sphere. And this week, man, there was a lot of bullshit going on about Rafael Leao. So let's go to him. His story, of course. Who was he linked with? Chelsea, of all teams. Supposedly, they offered maybe, I believe this was floating around 125 million, but Milan said no. Or maybe they just never even actually got it, and that's a completely bullshit report, which highly likely that is the possibility that happened. There was another rumor going on that's saying that Milan had a clause of 150 million. So I think 150 million Milan would take, but it's a little weird to even think about selling your best player, the Serie A player of the year last year, with literally 2 weeks into the new season, with about a week left in the month in the transfer window, with no replacement ready to be bought or already on the roster. So it really doesn't make any sense. So what did you make out of this Leao rumor?
Fabio, I don't know what Leao do. I want him to stay. Like, the only reason I haggle him is because he talks a lot of caca. He's like a Frank Cassie saying that he's gonna stay, he's gonna do this. He posting up recordings. putting 2020 on the 2026 on the. He's just doing like a whole bunch of crazy stuff. Like, dude, you don't need to go viral, dude. You're good at Gaucho. You're like an upcoming star, but like you don't need to do all these viral acts. You're not a TikToker. You're not a YouTuber. So I think that's what's just like pissing me off, man. To me, Leao, I think that we renew him. I think Cardinale. I don't know why I have faith in Cardinale, but I think he's gonna give him the 7. But Leao will not be in Milan. Mark my words, Fabio. After 2 years, I think he owes, and I'm not gonna hate on him because I know he owes money with Leo because of what happened with Sporting. He broke out his contract, so I know that he needs money, and it's just sad because you know what? It's not even because of Milan. It's because of Serie A. Because the league is down the drain. If we able to have revenue or like easy revenue for Serie A's clubs would them be owning their own stadium. They said like if we get our new stadium at 60K or 70 to 70K, they say that a year the minimum if we have Champions League we can make 150 million in revenue just like in stadium tickets, and that's what Serie A needs. Like I don't think we'll ever get like big TV revenue deals, but me at the end of the day, Fabio, I just need that new stadium, and then like in 5, 6, 7 years, man, I think we could start keeping our players. Right now, we're in a time that I think we're gonna give them the 7. Hopefully, Cardinale, you hearing me? And then we're gonna sell them, but we're gonna get big money for Leao. I think we're getting 150 to 160 for Leao because if Anthony, who doesn't have the same output from at Ajax, is going for 94 million pounds, then Rafael Leao, who had a great season, Serie A MVP, 10 times better league, 10 times better club, he's worth that much money. But I think that's gonna happen. We're only gonna keep our superstars once we build that stadium, and that's facts.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. I just don't think, honestly, we could sell him. He's just too valuable for us. I don't think we should even be thinking about selling him. I think we need to give him the contract extension because you've said it many times. If you're going to be cheap with your star players and a player who is clearly getting better every season. Now, we're only 2 weeks in, so everybody's got to cool their jets on thinking, he hasn't really been doing much and this and that. Like, he's clearly was our best player last year. He's getting better. Again, we gave $7 million a year to Ibra, and Leao is selling a lot of shirts now. He's our best player. Like, you got to keep him on the payroll for a little bit longer. We can't think about selling him halfway through the season. One, it's going to lose value because everybody's going to know we're going to want to get rid of him. And plus, what does that mean about this season then if we're selling our best player in the middle, So for me, I think Leao, first of all, he's untouchable, but we have to look. Ronaldo's going to Sporting or whatever.
Respect to you, but nah, man, we're not going with Ronaldo needs WD-40. Them hips don't move like Shakira no more. Okay.
Yeah, well, Leao, I guess, honestly, for me, he is untouchable right now. We need to get him renewed on a new contract. And speaking of new contract renewals, there's a report that Tonali's renewal is almost here. Sandro, glorious Sandro, our third-year player, definitely still looked a little shaky last week, coming off his injury, maybe a little early. I know you didn't like him playing last week, but supposedly the renewal is around $2.5 million a year. It's going to extend to 2027, just like Tomori and Pobega, I believe. So we're gonna have. Look, I got it right. Pobega, not Pogba. I can't get it out of my goddamn too many close. And there's even a story about him. We'll get to him maybe in a second. But Tonali renewing at $2.5 million. I think it's a fair deal, right?
2.5 or up to 3 is a great deal. Fabio, this is Sandrito. We put the Latin spice on him. We put him Sandrito. He probably speaking Spanish, listen to Bad Bunny in the club. But you need to relax, Sandrito. Your groin is not healed yet. So you need to relax. You need to tell Pioli, let me relax, because the derby is when I need to come and I need to nutmeg Barella again. We're gonna need you for the long season and a World Cup. Since the Azuri didn't make the World Cup, you're gonna be well rested. But I like this Fabio. That's my daughter's favorite player, Sandrito. She got the Tonali jersey on the back. So I mean, I'm very happy about this. I think, Arsenal, man, they really thought they would go steal Sandrito. Come on, man. You're a bottom feeder club, man. This is AC Milan, 7-time Champions League winner.
Champion, baby. Have some respect.
Home of Franco Baresi, Paolo Maldini, Billy Costa Curta.
Yo, shout out to Baresi today, and who was the other guy? I can't remember. Doing the
Saki got an award.
Saki was there. He got an award.
Tommy probably cried trying today.
Oh, man, I can't remember. I thought I wrote it down, but it was Baresi and somebody else who was there doing the pick for the Champions League. But yeah, we digress. But yeah, Sandro definitely deserved it. Coming off a bad first year, really getting back on, playing fantastic, being one of our top 4 or 5 players from last season. Definitely deserves an increase after taking a decrease last year. So shout out to Tonali, man, your daughter's favorite player. If I get a jersey this year, it's gonna be with the number 8 on the back. So Tonali, I hope you have still a great season, because these guys, they're signing because they believe in our project, right? Well, there's other players out there that were linked to us that don't believe in our project. Now, there's a guy at PSG. I don't know if you know this guy, Diallo. He doesn't believe in our project. Now, please remind me, Gio, is this guy a starter on PSG?
I don't know who that is. You know how Benny and Steve, they got indigestion? Well, he is the diarrhea setting of the week. You feel me? What the hell? He said that. He said he don't believe in the project. Who are you, dude? You probably ride the bench, dude. I don't even know. You know what? We got Maldini ahead of the project. This guy, he's running his mouth like he got diarrhea. What the hell? Maybe you don't like the project because we don't pay a high salary. That's fine, but come on now, man.
I wonder what this guy is getting paid to sit on the bench.
We got a better project than PSG. They got Mbappe. You seen Mbappe? He's like a baby. He didn't get the ball. He stopped playing. What the hell?
Mbappe is a man. He's wearing many hats. He's sporting director, the coach, the player. He does it all. Unbelievable. You know what? This guy can stay there and rot on the bench, because if he came to Milan, he would have been on the bench too. So forget about this guy, man. This guy's a bum. I don't even know why Milan was even talking to this guy, but we move on from him because we don't want him on our team anyway. All right. So, and last but not least, let's just talk about Pobega, because there's rumors. That Torino wants him back for another season. So I don't know what's going to be the outcome there, if they're going to hold on to him. We're a little thin at the moment because of a few injuries here or there. So I don't know. Is Pobega going to go back to Torino, or did we extend him to loan him out again?
Message to Tommaso Pobega. I've been backing you for the last 2 to 3 years, and the comments that have came out, I think you feel disrespected because Pioli played like an unfit Tonali. But that's Pioli. He's stubborn. But I've been backing you that you're fit to wear the shirt, and now you want to go back to Torino because you know that they're gonna give you game time. Nah, man. That really upset me. That's diarrhea part 2 of the week, man. I was really hurt when I saw those comments. If you want to go,
you got
let's
a lot
go.
of diarrhea this week, my man.
Nah. You know what, Fabio? Fabio, it's because I've been talking about this guy. I've been not fighting. Yusuf, that's my brother. That's my Milan brother. But he's been telling me that he's not good enough. So for him to come out with all this stuff, I know you want to play and stuff like that. I know. But that's Pioli. You should understand. Look at Pioli. We've been asking him to at least put Rebic on the right wing and do all this. after Tum setting Macias gives me every weekend, but he doesn't want to do it. Like, let's fight for your place and that's it. Pobega, come on, you got me back in all these haters, whatever they want to say that you're not fit, man. Let them know that Gio got your back and we're gonna speak about it. But if you want to leave, then you can leave, man. I don't know what's going on with you.
Presidente makes a good point. We can't need it because we need them for the Champions League registration. We need those homegrown guys. So there's another reason why maybe, there's a lot of reasons behind the scenes. We think, they don't want to be, they're malcontent or, they want more starting time, this and that. Sometimes it's like you can't leave because we need a certain amount of people from, the Italians and homegrown players that you need. So I don't think he's leaving. I would prefer he doesn't leave because I think at any point our midfield can become thin. And still waiting for Adley to show up. So we'll see.
Bob, you seen I got in a fight on Twitter because somebody's telling me that who you want him to play, who you want him to do this and all that. Because I said Tonali was injured. I said Pobega, okay, he's not fit. He could give you 45. Then you put Adley. Then you do all this. I'm backing this guy. He want to leave. Come on, man. Come on, Pobega. Don't do this to me.
Well, I think I don't think he'll leave. I think it's Stevie, not Presidente. Stevie, I'm sorry, I apologize. All right, so Stevie's in the chat. All right, so that's all the rumor mill. The Mercato's still going off the hinges. I wonder if we're actually gonna have
Jamal,
I know,
man.
Jamal,
on,
I know. I knew you were gonna go back.
You wilding today, Jamal. What's going on with you, man, Jamal? You've been eating raw chicken, man. Oh, no.
Man. Listen, everybody is out there, with their opinion. I don't know if Pobega is good enough to be definitely not starting on our team right now when everybody's healthy, but it's a long season. We're playing in 3 tournaments. We need players. We need depth. But let's move on now to the main event of the weekend, which of course is Milan Bologna on Saturday at 2:45 for me, 11:45 for you, 8:45 for the people in Italy. So what do we think about the game against Bologna? Bologna still hasn't won yet this season. They tied Verona and they lost to Lazio. Their striker, what's his name? Arnautovic. Now he's been linked with like almost every team that I've seen. Now he's heavily linked to Juve. He was linked to Manchester United for some reason. So who knows if this guy will keep staying, but he has 2 goals already on the season. I don't understand. Hopefully he leaves maybe like a Friday night or Saturday, doesn't play, but he's probably their best player. Last time we played them, they kept us to a goalless draw, and we really needed the points. So how do you feel? Adley for a hat trick. That's what we think this weekend, huh? So how do you feel against with Bologna?
Look at Levon Yusuf. He's telling you it is. 3 points is a must. Like I said on the Patreon, on the group therapy, I said that these are our bogey teams. We need maximum points, Fabio. And I dislike Bologna since 2 years ago when they played their heart out. They were safe from relegation, and we got like a 0-0. You remember that? And then we were all stressing out for Atalanta and all that stuff. So we need a beat down. We need a beat down on them. We need to take out the chancleta and bend them over and spank them with the chancleta. And I think that hopefully Rafael Leao, is going to show up in this game. CDK is supposedly starting from the beginning. I like CDK. That pass is gravy. But, he's going to have to bulk up too. He's going to start he has to eat in them carbs, Fabio. He's going to have to eat them carbs, do them push-ups.
You better be having that pasta on Sunday, baby.
That pasta Sundays, But, and you know how Bologna are. They're Sinisa Mihailovic type team. They're very compact. Their main thing is focus. And I don't know if they got that guy, Gary Medel, the Chilean, But he always plays his heart out when it comes to Milan for some reason. I don't know. These guys, I don't know if they take PDs or what the hell they drinking before the game. But when it comes to Milan, teams like this, they like the player is slower than molasses, but he catches up to Rafael Leao, who's supposed to be a cheetah at speed. But but I'm looking forward to this game. I'm only going to be able to watch the first half, which sucks. So hopefully, we're up 4-0 by the first half, so I can chill because I got to take a class in the afternoon. But I'm looking forward to this game.
I hope for your case it's put away by 1/2. But come on, you better have those Tums on hand because our Milan makes us get that heartburn and that indigestion. All right, so this is what they believe. This is the rumors that they're going to have Giroud and Di Cutalete playing. So Diaz and Rebic on the bench. Maybe Salamakis starts over Macias. We'll see. But it's definitely, like you said, Leao is the guy that needs to step up, needs to have a great game. We need to put a couple of past these guys and hopefully keep a clean sheet. But so let me start with the predictions. I hope it's 2-0 Leao and Di Cutalete, and we win 2-0. It's pretty easy. I'd be happy if both goals come in the first half and we could chill. So what are you going with? You want 3-0? 3-0 too?
I want 4-0 by halftime, so I could chill into my class.
By halftime.
Yeah, I really want to see what Stevie P calls him, the Kettleman, starring the Kettleman and Taken 4. The Kettleman. I really hope he plays and he just balls out. Leao gonna show up because the Kettleman really knows how to pass the ball. So I'm really happy that he's gonna get his start. And then it's like the right wing, man. Oh my God, Father, can we talk about this right wing? Like basically, Pioli's just throwing horse caca here. He's throwing it one day here, the other day here. He just wants the horse caca to stick on the wall so they could ball out. But you know what? I'm not gonna deny that Salamaker, when he came on last week, he did good. I'm not gonna deny that. But
I mean, can we hold on? Can I just say something? I mean, can this be more of a stretch to say he assisted Benacer's goal? I mean, it was basically a pass back. Benacer did all the work. I guess in theory you can call that an assist just because he was the last person that passed it to him, but he didn't do nothing to set up the play. That's all I want to say about that. I mean, we're giving him a little praise because he didn't come in and completely shit the bed. But don't you fucking worry, all right? If you have faith in Salamakis, I'm sorry to tell you, you're going to be extremely disappointed every time he gets on the field. I hope I eat my words. I'll be the first person to come on and apologize to Mr. Alexis. But the kid is only good for one thing, modeling. And we already got freaking Bakayoko Yoko. We don't need another model on the team. We should have sold him already and got him out of here. But if he starts, I hope we can produce something good. Otherwise, Leao's going to have to do all the heavy lifting. And you know what? Speaking of modeling, all right, not only is this a special game, but some people would say that they hate this particular thing. But we will be home on Saturday, and we will be debuting our third kit. Now, of course, other teams debut these kits earlier in the summer, so people can get out there and buy. No, Milan likes to say, no. Adli doesn't play on the field, but go to Casa Milan and go visit him. He'll sign a jersey for you. I love getting players to sign a jersey who haven't even seen the field. But they released a jersey. Here it is with these beautiful Milan Weekly podcast models we have going on here. I mean, you don't see this kind of modeling anywhere else. We are open for any sort of modeling whatsoever. But, please tell me that this one has not passed the smell test for you and will be joining your collection. I really hope it's not.
You see this jersey, Fabio? This is the green one from 2016 when we had Buenaventura. We had
hold on. Did you say the green one?
Yeah, this is green.
Oh, that's
this like
green?
dark, dark forest green, Fabio. This is like
I
dark
can't
forest
see. It
green.
looks black to me, brother. It looks black to me.
But Nah, but Fabio, this jersey is called "We Don't Talk About Bruno." No, no, no. We don't talk. Because that's that Bruno. That's the same color as the Bruno cape and all that stuff that they're doing for Halloween and all that stuff. So
Yeah,
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 that's the
yeah.
Bruno kit. So this is the third kit, aka the Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno. I don't know, Fabio. I don't know.
Is this
Milan
joining
store.
your collection?
Milan store right now, they messing up, Fabio. Me and Rock Nation, we got beef for Milan store. But at the end of the day, nah, this is we don't talk about Bruno. So, if we could get it on sale, we could get it. But,
So you're saying
maybe
for a discounted price, would you think about buying this
yeah, if
jersey?
we get it, if we get it at the outlet over here, if it ever comes over here, look at Jan, man.
Jan's looking
Jan,
good. Oh man, I don't know if green's his color, but it's looking good, man. I mean, this is what we do here. Look at us, unbelievable. You you got
you
the
added that one, Fabio?
Gundam style glasses.
You adding that,
Unbelievable.
Fabio? You adding
What?
that one you adding that one, or you're like Compadre Franco that says like, nah, he passed, hard pass.
No, that's a
Compadre
hard
Franco
pass, bro. Even the away kit I thought about, I just can't do it. Jan made a good point. It's like a V-neck part to it. Don't know. I'm gonna go with the red and black because I got to with the Scudetto on it. I have to do that. Might wait a little bit later in the season. I was gonna impulse buy, but new homeowner just can't do it right now. I have to wait.
Nah,
Have to wait, man. And I gotta buy a couple of t-shirts when I get to the club in the city. So I'm not gonna waste my money on the jersey yet. Not really waste my money, but you know what I mean. I can't spend that money yet. But we'll get to it. We'll get to it. And even still, I'm modeling here. These guys deserve at least to send us one or two jerseys for free. I mean, this is free publicity. I mean, half the guys don't look as good as we do. I mean, let's be honest here. But all right. So Gio, we always do our segment. So I don't know if we went into it, but you always got the shirt of the week, baby. So let's get out of this, get out of that. So what's your shirt of the week, Gio?
it's the shirt hashtag / jersey of the week, man. So like 94 was a big year for me, Fabio, because that's the reason I fell in love with the Cub. I heard RIP to Johan Cruyff talk a lot of caca about Milan. So like this jersey took me like 12 years to find, because if everybody knows me, Gio Foresti the Gold on Twitter, I'm a collector, man. This is the 1994 Champions League. When we bent over Barcelona and we hit them with a chancleta, not once, not twice, not three times, but four times, and we were missing Baresi because he had a torn meniscus and he had surgery. So this is the shirt, man. Shout out Lato. I think Lato made like the best shirts. No sponsor. I don't
That's
really
the
know why they didn't.
original white
Yeah,
Champions League
yeah,
jersey.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I don't know why. I don't know why they didn't have the Opel thing on there, but nah, man. That's the reason I love the club. And I was just happy to get it when I could, man. It took a long time finding it because they didn't sell it in retail stores. You had to be at that place at that game to get it. So man, I'm just that's the shirt of the week. I was supposed to put another shirt of the week, but I couldn't find it. It's
Oh,
just
it's
crazy.
always next week, man. There's always
Mm.
next week. I like that jersey. You know which one I like? I like that 96, man. I'm looking. I don't know. Timmy can send me a link for some
Fabio, if you get
knockoff brand. I don't know, man. I don't know, but I might have to
if
bite the
you fit
bullet.
into Excel, I got one for you.
Come on, don't put me on blast like that, man. I wish I could, brother. I wish I could. All right, so G, now we're gonna go to our brioche or indigestion of the week. You had a diarrhea explosion of the week. Did you have any brioche of the week? Here, if you guys don't know what brioche is, this is when your stomach is upset and you need something to settle it down. Take a couple of these lovely little white things and you throw them in the water, bubbles, and it usually makes you feel pretty damn good. So, did you have any broshki of the week?
Oh, Bioski of the week. I mean, not really, Fabio. Is there anything going on that's settling our stomach? You know,
I
we're
mean,
doing.
not
We're
necessarily settling your stomach, but more of like, that made you happy. You saw it, you liked it,
oh, what I
made you
like
feel good.
is a Champions League draw. And to me, my personal brioski of the week is my girlfriend. She's a Milanista. I got her the championship T-shirt, so she's officially Milanista. She bleed red and black like me. So that's my brioski of the week.
That's nice. Well, my brioski is us getting a favorable Champions League draw. I think even with just Chelsea in the group, the other two teams we should be able to handle and make our way into the knockout stage. My indigestion of the week is the nonsense that keeps coming out about financial fair play. I can't take this idiotic idea that teams like Barcelona, who are cooking their books left and right and can't even pay for their players, they don't get any penalty, but we're getting fined like 2 million euros or something like that for financial fair play with Inter and is it Juve too? The bunch of teams from Italy are getting a little slap on the wrist with this thing. I mean, that's my indigestion. I don't want to hear the term financial fair play anymore because it's just making me sick to my stomach. But yeah, that's my indigestion.
Yeah, that's a big indigestion, Fabio, because so financial fair play is from the last 3 seasons. So from the last 3 seasons, we've lost 196, then it went to 96, and now to 50. So they could see that as progression, and they should. And those last 2 years, it was a pandemic. They said that they weren't going to look at that. So they shouldn't even. We should. Why would 2 million euros? That's like we could get a player off that because we're looking for the diamonds in the rough. So that could really hurt us, man. To be honest with me, man, I don't even know how the hell Barcelona, they should be suspended at least here from the Champions League, because what they're doing their last 3 years, they haven't been able. They've always been fighting to register their players. So I don't even see them getting hit with nothing. Like what's going on here? Like I just don't really understand. But to me, my indigestion is Jorge Mendes, man. I think everybody thinks that just because we have a relationship with this guy, he's not trying to take out Rafael Leao, but he's being sneaky, man. I like Riola, man, because Riola, he used to tell you what he was gonna do, and he was doing it. Mendes, he tells you that we have a good relationship, but now I think that to me, he's my indigestion because I know he's trying to take out Rafael Leao because his dad, according to reports, his dad and his family wants Rafael Leao to stay at Milan for 3 more years because they want him to develop, and then when he moves maybe to Real Madrid, I'm assuming that he's ready for it. Or if he moves, if Pep is still at Man City, he goes to Man City, he's ready for that move because I think his family still thinks that he's immature. So at the end of the day, Jorge Mendes, you're sneaky. You're like a rat in the New York City subway stations, and those
are
rats
big
are this big.
motherfuckers. Those are big. You don't want to get face to
Fabio.
face one of those. They'll take your pizza right out of your hand, man. It's unbelievable. But listen, so that's pretty much most of the show, guys. We have our parting shots, G. So what are your parting shots, man?
You have the slide for the clubs.
Yes,
where they're
indeed.
going to be showing.
Let me get it.
So we can shout them out.
All of them, or just our club, our group, or all of them? I think.
Don't you have New York, Boston, or no? Or what do you have?
Oh yes. My bad. You're right. I'm an idiot. I forgot to do that one. See, cheat. That's why we're a good team, bro. Because I be forgetting everything and you be remembering. So let's start.
And everybody, if you like the content, man, look at that big sign right there. Subscribe, like, and comment, man. We here every Thursday on a college night. Yes, Timmy, it's almost midnight, but this is college night Thursday, so it's called Thirsty Thursday.
Yo, it's not midnight for Gio, bro. It's not midnight for Gio, man. But yeah, you know what? Fox and Hound in Studio City, California. If you're in Southern California and want to watch with people, go visit the SoCal Club. They're going to have everybody there by 11:45 showing the game. Probably a great atmosphere. Gio, I know, wishes he was there.
Yeah, and
Right, it's
shout
a
out
good
to
time.
Anthony. He's the one that making the graphics for for Milan Club SoCal.
Doing a
So
great
man,
job.
yeah. So if you're in town, you're here visiting LA, you could go to Fox and Hounds, meet up with the guys and just enjoy like the great atmosphere. I think since Andrea, man, shout out to Andrea, man. Since he has joined the club, he's Italian, man. He got to sing and everything. Yeah, Samuel, no,
Yeah.
he got us.
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
that's great.
he got us singing and all that stuff, man. So shout out to him, and he's the reason that Milan Club SoCal is gonna go legit. So like AIMC, I think that's what they're talking about. So man, shout out to them.
Like it.
Shout out to all the guys, Ernesto, Barton, Anthony, my brother Jonathan, my Salvadorian brother out there, man. So,
Jonathan in the chat.
Yeah.
Chat.
yeah.
All right. Well, if you're not in Southern Cal and you're here in the New York City area, New Jersey, Connecticut, wherever you are, and you want to go down and watch it with your fellow Milan fans, go down to the Football Factory on West 33rd. Go check out the Football Factory inside Legends. It is a great atmosphere. All the club of NYC Club will be there. It's a great experience. You can get a shirt. Enjoy the bar. Jack is great. It's an unbelievable place, unbelievable time. I wish I could go, but I'm trying to push maybe for the Derby. I don't know. It's up in the air. It's difficult. It's a difficult time. Both me and Gio wish we could be with the clubs at the bars, hanging out, but right now. So if you can go experience it with other people, it's the best way to watch the Milan game. Besides being at the stadium with the rest of the fans. So we are always reminding everybody, go check out our two clubs, California, New York. We pump it all day. Gio, go ahead.
And Milan Club Boston, shout out to our brother out there, Mark. They meet at Ducali's. He said 1 block away from the TD Garden. That's where the Boston Celtics play.
Hey,
So
I've passed
Boston,
it, actually. It's a good place. It's a good place.
So shout out to them. Shout out to my brother Mark out there. He's doing good things out there. He's helping people, new clubs with their graphics and all that stuff. So we always out here like trying to shout out and work with good people helping other good people. So
absolutely. That's what it's all about. It's about the community of Milan English-speaking shows. So as much as you can, enjoy them. It's no competition. We want people to, love our channel, love what we do here. So again, thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're not subscribed to the Milan Weekly podcast channel. Me and Gio are always here Thursday nights. We have our main show with Vinny and Steve on Monday nights at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Every week we come and we have other shows that also go on. If you're watching earlier, he has the local soccer show Steve does every week. It's a great show. Just shows that we've been a part of the youth movement on this channel for a long, long time. We do great things. If you haven't, if you want to help the channel, definitely share, hit the like button. We have a Patreon if you want to subscribe to it. It's greatly appreciated. Every dollar goes to providing great content, and we also do a lot of stuff later in the year for charities and, Presidente and the rest of the crew here on Milan Weekly Podcast do a lot of stuff to give back. But the most important thing is that we're all here for Milan. We're all here to enjoy our club and share in the love. So that's what we do, baby. And here on Coast to Coast, we are not professionals, nor do we pretend to be. So we give you that fire. We give you the heat because that's what you're here for. You're not here for the easy talking like we on ESPN or DSN. This is about passion, love, and that's what me and G bring. Like only two crazy Americans from each side of the country could do. And every once in a while, we're not done. We can't keep it in the country. We got to call on our man Husney, who's in another continent, and we bring him in. We got Timmy up in Canada sometimes we got to bring in. We got Vinny, we got Steve, Presidente, everybody. Jan, we got so much passion. It's coming out the motherfucking zoo. All right, so guys, we appreciate you watching. Gio, always a pleasure, brother. Always a pleasure. And you know what? I'm sure there's going to be something cooking up over the weekend. So look out for the Twitter machine. Follow us on Twitter at the Milan Weekly Pod. And also follow us, obviously, on the screen. But as the GOAT, Me, I'm Fabio3785 on Twitter and on Instagram, Fabio from Long Island, baby. Gio, ovunque and sempre.
Forza Milan.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching.